Mancini Sleep World wants you to enjoy huge savings and a great night's sleep. This is Randy Mancini inviting you to our tax-free mattress sale. Choose from the largest selection of top brand mattresses at the lowest possible price. Hurry in for this limited offer. Visit sleepworld.com.
Yesterday I was telling you that I got a text 2 nights ago that said, from a number that I didn't have stored on my phone, and it said, "Are you feeling naughty tonight?"
Oh, yeah. How'd that go?
And my wife found it, and never really goes well because, when someone says you're feeling naughty, it never means like, let's go kick an old person and run. It always means something sexual is about to happen. And I explained to her that it was some spam. I don't know who this person is. I don't know. I even tried to call the number back, and of course it goes to a busy signal, which you would think would clear your name, but it really doesn't. But we were thinking it'd be fun later on today to steal each other's phones, unlock each other's phones, and then send text messages to random people from our own contact list. So we wanted
with suggestions on what to text.
Yes,
from
suggestions
people.
from people, either text that you've actually received or accidental text that you've received, because sometimes it's the accidental text that will set off the greatest chain reaction of all. The amount of people.
So are we really doing that today?
Yeah, we are. But the amount of people.
I forgot to clean my contacts.
Perfect. That's exactly why we're doing it today. I didn't want to do it on Monday when people would have time over the weekend to go ahead and get rid of people. So that means all of us, every contact in all of our phones is up for grabs. Could be an ex. Could be a relative.
Patrick, all of your contact.
All of your contact is up for grab, okay? 911 emergency is up for grab. How come this guy Patrick keeps texting me something about his dong? This is 911. It's the only number in your phone.
Stop texting us.
So we will be doing that. So please let us know. You feel free to send us suggestions, actual texts you've gotten, accidental texts you've gotten. Listen, the amount of relationships that end probably as a result of an accidental text that then sets people on a witch hunt to look for something that maybe was not there. Maybe then they find a hidden calculator with all the good stuff. Who knows? 36105. Send them our direction, and we will be doing some fun accidental texting later. And real women have said, believe it or not, I've said men should never sex before because men aren't good at it. Women are just way better. And guys end up writing something under the pressure like, I can't wait to get home and eat your puppy. And it always ends badly. So we've said before that women have actually said real sex messages that actually do work on them, that actually get them excited. I didn't think that was such a thing that even existed.
Yeah.
Apparently it does.
It apparently does.
So we will get into that, but feel free to take part right now by interacting with the most interactive show in the future of radio at 36105. But right now it's time for the useless weirdo to shine as the useless beardo. How you feeling today, my friend?
Not well rested, but I'll get through it.
Why? What do you have going on?
I just couldn't sleep. I don't know why.
Are we doing a commercial right now that I don't know about?
No. It's just genuine.
Okay.
I think you need a good mattress.
All right, here we go. Last day of this. You've learned a lot this week about beers, haven't you?
I think so.
Out of curiosity, what percentage of the beers that we've mentioned this week have you actually had before?
Let's see. I've had Heineken.
Never heard of Old English before. We learned that yesterday.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's shocking.
I'm pretty sure I've had Beck's.
I feel like you never had a youth. You never had a proper high school education if you haven't enjoyed some Old English. Drink responsibly and wait till you're 21.
Yeah, I've had horrible memories from Old English, which
That's
is,
right.
I think most people have horrible memories, but at least they're memories.
Let's say hi to, let's go to San Jose to kick things off today. Don't fear, I see you in Penn Grove and Sunnyvale. We'll try to get to everyone. It's all about if Useless Beardo can get these right or wrong. Useless Beardo, say hi to Angela.
Hi, Angela.
Good morning.
All right, Angela, tickets on the line for the International Beer Fest in San Francisco. Will Useless Weirdo know the country of origin of Peroni? Peroni. Don't say anything other than yes or no. Will he know where it's from? And then we'll tell him about it in a moment.
No.
All right. She says no with confidence.
Did you hear me? No.
Very confidently.
No.
Maybe the most confident no. He's heard that a lot, but maybe never as loud as that. Peroni is a lager made with barley malt, maize. I wonder if he even knows what that is.
He knows when it's backed up.
Hop and hop extract. Ooh, it's got a lot of hop. Light body, crisp taste. It features hints of grass and lemon.
Hear that, Patrick? Maize, not the feet of the maze.
She says you will not know where that's from. Peroni.
I'm going to say USA.
You think it sounds American?
I mean, considering we had Old English is actually from America, maybe it's somebody who's trying to get back to their roots or something like that. That's my guess.
He's doing this like anyone would take the SATs. It's
Yes.
like process of elimination.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I'm doing it.
Yeah, he's doing it like...
I know I can eliminate A and B.
He's doing it like someone that would get a score of 0 on the SATs. He's saying the dumbest thing possible and then making it even dumber.
The last question was USA.
You're wrong. That is Italy. That's probably... that's a well-known... Right? Everyone knows Peroni.
Yeah, I think that's pretty well known.
It's got to be their most popular beer.
Peroni, not Pep Peroni.
Peroni, you dummy.
See, I figured it was like an Italian-American who made it, so...
You didn't even say that.
I know.
Right. Okay. Well, you're off to a good start, Angelo.
You think it just an Italian-American came to the U.S. and said, I'm going to make Peroni beer?
Something like that,
Okay.
Smart.
Very smart.
Here's the next one. Will he know where this is from? Michelob, or pronounced Michelob. Michelob. Will he know where that is from?
No.
Okay. I wish we just had a collection of everyone this week we've played with that has just gone, no chance, no. Because they've all ended up going to the International Beer Fest, except for one guy that I think said yes.
Yeah.
Patrick was wrong. Patrick, have you heard of Michelob?
Yes, I have heard of it.
All right. She says you will not know where that's from. This is for the win right now. The International Beer Fest can be hers.
I'm going to say Germany.
Oh, boy.
God, even your answers are boring.
They really are. Like,
I have one standby.
Like, there are other countries.
It's like he's reading Hitler's textbook because all he says is German every time. Germany.
It sounds German.
Yes, okay.
Michelob?
All right, so that's what you're going to go with? You're going to go with Germany?
All right, well, now that I'm getting...
No, it's too late. You've already said it. Congratulations, Angela. You're off to the International Beer Fest. Michelob's
Thanks,
American,
guys.
you dummy.
Damn it.
You should have gone with the other standard choice.
The only other country I've mentioned all week. America.
I said Holland.
All right, you idiot. All right, well, who cares anymore?
The only one you said Holland for was Heineken, and that's the easiest one because every single person on the planet knows it's
All right,
from there.
Useless Beardo, you have proven once and for all that you truly are useless at all things. We return in a moment. We got some movie review haikus for you. Rob Schneider should be arriving any moment now. And if you're not having a threesome today or this weekend, well, then you are what we call the minority loser.
And now...
Welcome to Live 105. Please state your name.
Sophie Best.
Great. Thanks for calling our new automated system. What can we do for you?
I was on hold to win tickets.
Got it. Here is your question. Are you ready?
Yes. In English, please.
I'm sorry, the answer was yes.
Everyone knows when in doubt, the answer is always yes. Mm-hmm. Except oftentimes when we ask for anything around here, and the answer is no.
Yeah, they love saying that. No.
Get some pens here so we can do... No. Internet?
Pens?
No.
Pen?
Pen? What do you guys think you are, huh? Get out of here. 800-696-1053 to join the show, 36105 to text us. You'll need those numbers if you want to get in touch with Rob Schneider or perhaps want to be a part of the Nerd Off happening about an hour from right now with Brian Posehn, who will be by today as well. Next week, Mama Award winners, and we'll continue on with BFD tickets and much more. Plus, I think we will be able to announce on Monday the next event we will be at, so hopefully we can get together and drink with you guys. Either those of you that came out to the St. Paddy's Day thing or those of you that couldn't make it because of work, traffic, etc. We have another thing coming up sometime pretty soon that we'll be able to get together and drink or not drink. You don't necessarily have to drink. You can go ahead and, say no.
Just sit there.
Patrick.
People are submitting all kinds of weird phrases for us to say and send
the
to
random
people in our
texting?
our
I'm
cell phones.
excited.
I think my favorite so far is I got tested. You probably should too.
Oh, that's not fair. That's not a good one
Why?
to send. I mean, that's fine.
Isn't that the whole point?
I will do. Yes, you're absolutely right. I will do that one, but I just think that is going to freak out. I mean, look,
especially if you send it to, your aunt.
Yes. I think that's the issue, is that I'm not even concerned about it going to someone that I think is going to, if God forbid it goes to an ex-girlfriend and she freaks out for whatever the case may be, that's one thing. But if it goes to a relative I have in my phone, goes to some cousin I never talked to.
Or your weird uncle.
Yeah, oh, God. I don't think I have his number on my phone, but if it did go to my weird uncle, that's just going to be something that will be talked about forever. And then, of course, before
Did I give you a disease, Kevin?
Before I can even call after the show and be like, hey, that was just some dumb thing we were doing on the radio, it'll already be around the whole family.
And you'll still get in trouble with your wife.
Yeah. Are you getting tested for something? What's going on? I put a picture up there on Twitter, by the way, of the text I got, which started this whole thing the other night. It was someone asking, saying I should follow them on another texting service, and they were feeling very naughty. Wanted to know if I was feeling naughty or something like that.
925 said, I love your show, but between the Coldplay 3 times every hour and that damn beepy.com commercial, I want to drive into the opposite lane between segments.
Well, listen, let's just say the commercials are great because they keep us here.
Yep.
Nothing better
they
than
keep us afloat.
Nothing better than the good Scorpion ads.
Huh?
The Coldplay, yes, there's a lot of that. Absolutely true. You're 100% right. You're preaching to the choir.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Before we get to what is opening this weekend in theaters in a haiku form, an ADD-approved, Ritalin-friendly movie review haiku form, I did want to let people know that the reason, people were asking why we did not send Useless Weirdo into the streets yesterday.
He was asking that. I think he felt threatened.
To go and do the big effing tip where he was giving away tickets to BFD to rideshare drivers that potentially were listening to our show. If you're a rideshare driver, it's in your best interest to have our show on at all times in the morning because we will be hopping into cars at random and giving you envelopes full of tickets. Now, the reason that we didn't do that is because earlier in the week he went out for some eating with the hungry. He got to feed the new Slurpee donut to the homeless community of the Bay Area, and they called it Fantabulous. But for whatever reason, I think he ran into this guy. The guy, if you remember the guy that aggressively poked him.
How could I forget?
And he's got some weird, some weird psychological issues. I'm talking about Patrick now. His weird psychological issues about seeing this guy. This was the incident that happened back around the holidays.
Dude, this guy is getting very violent. I am walking away.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened?
Accusing me of being a cop, and I'm not dealing with that. No.
He accused you of being a cop?
Yeah, just poked me aggressively. I'm walking away, man.
He poked you aggressively?
Why are you getting aggressive with us?
Your brother's hand? Yeah, I'm not dealing with that, man. I'm not getting beat up before the holidays.
So
and that's
he thinks
what
he ran
started
into that.
the aggressive poking.
And as a result, he's gotten very upset. Yeah, the big dance craze of the late 2015s, the aggressive hokey pokey, it was very popular. It lasted for all of 3 minutes until we forgot where we put the song. But as a result, we decided to give him the day off. But now you're absolutely right. I think he feels threatened because he likes to be the guy out there.
Yeah, he does. He asked about it numerous times after the show. He was like, why didn't we send me out there? I mean, is that like a problem now?
You may fish your wish, Patrick, and you may be back out there with an envelope full of tickets for rideshare drivers. So lucky rideshare drivers, you may get to meet the useless weirdo. But first, what's opening in theaters?
In a world where movie reviews are boring, long-winded, and rambling, only one show has the balls and the attention deficit disorder to do it right. Kevin Klein Live presents Movie Review Haikus.
What'd you see?
I saw Batman vs. Superman.
Oh, you're one of those people. Would you camp out?
Yeah, I camped out all night.
Did you dress
with my
up?
giant forehead bump.
Did you dress up Allie's forehead helped spots in line for 30 people. Very nice, very generous.
And then I also saw the new foreign language film, new French film, Valley of Love, with Gerard Depardieu.
Oh, I was just saying.
The only foreign film star that there is.
I was just saying to someone, I don't know what that is, and I'll never be seeing it. I'm so glad you saw that.
I did.
Well, I got forced this week to see My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2.
Oh, you would have seen it anyway, Kevin.
The
be
sequel
honest.
that no one was waiting for. And I know we're a week behind on this, but we have never done a movie review haiku of the brothers Grimsby.
Grimsby.
That's right. We couldn't review it.
Now I know you saw it.
We couldn't review it while they were running ads on our show. But now.
Now we've got the time.
Where should we begin? I guess that's probably the big movie of the weekend, the Batman vs. Superman.
Sure,
It's not getting a lot of great reviews, but listen, we don't have that kind of time, so let's just go ahead and break it down in haiku form. 575, all right? That's all we got. Limited syllables to make this happen. 17 to be exact.
All right. Batman vs. Superman. Dat man ain't Batman. He's bad, man. Other guys hot should do gay porn.
Oh, you always find a way to turn the movies into gay porn.
He was hot. I wanted to see him in some gay porn. He's wearing spandex already. He doesn't even need to change.
Why did you start that haiku in a Jamaican accent?
Because I had to say dat man ain't Batman.
Oh, you're trying to make it rhyme?
I was trying to land,
Okay.
I was trying to land it right.
Very confusing. My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2. The sequel. 20 years in the making. They should just call it My Big Fat Greek Number 2. Insert Windex joke.
Insert Windex joke.
I didn't say incest. I said insert.
Oh,
Windex
I
joke.
said incest.
Because I do believe that I don't remember much
That
about
was
the
the
first
funniest
one,
part of the movie,
but I
though.
remember that was their running gag throughout all of it, and I can only imagine there's a lot more of that happening in the second one.
Double the Windex jokes.
Yeah, that was just the joke right there.
I can't believe they landed the same actors.
It's amazing. Probably found them all on the unemployment line, and they said, "Hey, you guys are all here. You want to do a sequel to this movie?" Oh, thank God!
Oh God, I feel like those are the actors that constantly ask their agents about the sequel. They're like,
Yeah.
"Is a sequel happening, or are we
What's
going to do
happening?
that?"
This was
It
an
a
unexpected
huge
hit.
movie.
Right.
No,
Tell me about this French film that no one cares about.
this is called The Valley of Love. Looks like Gerard Depardieu ate his green card and his co-star. Très bien, Fine.
He puts on. I don't know much about that guy, but I
He
feel
puts on like 40 pounds every movie
Yes,
he does.
yes.
And his nose doubles in size.
You talking about me or him still?
You.
Okay, thank you. The brothers Grimsby. I don't know if you saw it. Grimsby. Excuse me. The brothers Grimsby. It's a tough one.
Grimsby.
Not as bad as Melendez brothers, but worse than Gumble brothers. So they're just giving you on the brother scale. That's where it goes. Those are all the movies that you can check out if you want to this weekend. Gumble Brothers doing a hell of a job with all things March Madness. March Badness, we'll get to the finals later on today. With your help, we'll figure out who the worst person in the world is. Hey, you want something from us? 800-696-1053. Back with Rob Schneider after this. All right, we have our first accidental text that will be getting sent, and it will be coming out of your phone, Allie. This is a great suggestion.
Why are we starting with me?
Alphabetically.
I always get duped by alphabetical crap.
It's the best. Everything we do on the show that no one else wants to do, we'll just say we're doing it.
Ace, I'll start with you.
By the way, people seem to just buy into that. Like even TV shows, when they don't want to like go ahead and play who's the most famous, they'll just go alphabetically.
And then we go, all right.
We
say so.
We could do an order of appearance as well, but we'll start with you anyway. All right. Do you want to hear the random person I'm taking out of your? Well, you got a lot of contacts in your phone.
I know, because I never erase them.
Who is Bobby Holder?
I have no idea.
Oh, well, Bobby Holder's about to get an interesting text from
Probably
you.
someone I did a show with a long time ago.
The text that will be going to Bobby Holder is...
I don't even know.
I'll give you the option. I'll give you the option just because he's right below Bobby Holder. Would you rather me text this to Ed Horowitz? Do you know who that is?
No, don't text him, please.
Okay, perfect. Ed Horowitz it is.
No!
Who is that?
He's a screenwriter.
Oh, beautiful. The text is it okay if we start sexting each other?
No, don't do that. My mom went to high school with him.
Oh, that's amazing.
No.
All right, let's see how he reacts. Look, you can always blame on oops accident. So it goes to...
You can always blame it on oops accident?
That's right. Ed, don't worry, I'm going to be up soon enough, and then look, it's going to stink for all of us. Hey, look, who knows? Maybe even Rob Schneider will get in on the fun. He's got celebrities in his phone. So yeah, continue sending us the phrases. This one was submitted from a 415, I believe, or a 510. But thank you for sending it to us. That is it okay if we start sexting? Great random thing to receive from someone that you haven't talked to in years, or someone that you probably shouldn't ever be getting that from to begin with.
Are you really doing that? Oh man!
I gotta
this
type
bridge
it.
is burning.
I gotta
It's
check.
burning.
I gotta check my
Please.
spelling. Now, the real question is, what will the response be? Do you think from Ed?
Well,
What if it's just right back with a D pick? Immediate jumps to D pick, which could happen.
no, then I gotta go through with it.
All right. All right. So keep sending them to us.
Choice.
We will be back in a moment. Rob Schneider will be here. We will give you stuff. And then we are less than 1 hour away from the Nerd Off with Brian Posehn. A lot to get to on the show today, so don't be a stranger. Well, it's good that the people that you were probably doing it with are so good on their feet that they can handle it well, right?
Yeah, it was still weird to have to, because they were talking in your head and while you're talking, and it was just odd.
Rob Schneider's back with us again. He's a Bay Area guy. He will be doing shows. Where are you this time? At the San Jose Improv. 2 shows tonight, 2 on Saturday.
The edge of the Bay Area,
And,
San Jose tonight.
Go. Well, when you grew up in the city, though, right?
Well, I was born in Haight-Ashbury. And,
Literally, but on Haight-Ashbury?
well, I was born. Well, there's not a hospital right there. I mean, I'm sure
There's a Ben and Jerry's right there. He was born in the Ben and Jerry's.
Some
on
things
Haight-Ashbury.
rolled, some things eaten, some things inhaled.
How many
some
hours
things snorted?
How many hours of
I
sleep
was
are you
born
going
at
on?
the St. Francis Hospital right there in Haight-Ashbury.
Oh.
Yeah, right there, baby.
Do they? I wonder, do hospitals brag the way that high schools do about
Yeah, or
celebrities
colleges.
that were from there? Like, if they hit you up for money, the hospital?
No, don't bring that up though, because I don't want anybody to start asking me.
You know, I was the nurse that smacked Rob Schneider on the ass when he was born.
Yeah, probably.
Someone is telling that story right now.
Yeah, I feel like.
When did you
I don't
get
know.
in?
They're probably dead by now. There's a good chance they're dead.
You got in an hour ago?
No, I slept for about almost 2 hours. What are you talking about?
I think this is
almost 2 hours?
like
I had about 90 minutes sleep.
Selfishly, I appreciate so much that you're here, and I would never want you to cancel on us, but I don't feel like it's humane.
No, it is totally inhumane to be on morning radio when you're driving at 3:30. But, if you want to miss traffic and just get up here in 5 hours from L.A. and go
I know. You got to do the night drive.
And you want to drive 100 miles an hour.
What's your
and not get a ticket or get killed.
But you're not into speed or meth or anything like that.
No. I drank some coffee and then I just stayed up. I got a kid. I'm not getting any sleep anyway. I got a 3-year-old. So my sleep's over with.
Did you drive through Kauschwitz, the area that smells like cow manure for a few miles?
It smells so bad.
It's like millions and trillions of cattle.
We took the 101 and we still smelled it from there.
Really?
It
wafted all the way over to a different freeway?
It wafted. It didn't waft. It ran from the 5 to the 101, and it just stunk. Oh yeah, there's a lot of stinky stuff going on.
Do you do the Midway In-N-Out burger stop? Because I do that every single time I drive.
No, my
to
wife
LA.
is nice. I have a beautiful wife. She got us some nice, healthy, organic wraps.
Oh.
Yeah,
I could tell. Before you were married to this woman, I saw you with her at an airport one time in Miami around when the Super Bowl was down there.
Uh-huh.
And I think you guys were just dating, maybe even newly dating or something like that.
Yeah.
And I could see
my life was better.
Yeah, I said
life improver.
I said this is you see some couples and you go man, that's a couple right there.
Yeah.
And then I don't even think how many years ago was that? Who knows? But you must have just been dating then. But you probably knew. You probably did know though, right?
Oh yeah.
I don't have a story like that. I didn't meet my wife and go, "This is the one I'm going to marry."
Well, your wife is a lot hotter than you are.
Oh, yeah. She's way out of my league.
Yeah, but you got to add the fame and money element to that. Morning radio, you have to add the equation.
You're being funny
you got to
now.
add the equation.
Right. Thanks.
It's good money.
Thanks for making me feel horrible about myself.
Intelligent. All right. Nice sense of humor.
Highbrow humor always.
You got to add that stuff in. That's the counterbalance.
Alex in San Francisco, you're on with Rob Schneider. I know you're a big fan of his, and you wanted to say hello. Go ahead.
Yeah, Rob, another San Francisco guy here. Just wanted to say hello, and I've enjoyed almost all of your movies.
Thank you. Me too.
Only almost all. 85%?
Some I don't even watch. Sometimes I just make a movie and go, okay, I made it. Now I'll move on to the next thing. It's like a sandwich. Sometimes they're good. Sometimes,
Sometimes you're like,
you never go
put
into
more
them,
mustard on that.
You never go into them thinking they're going to be bad. It's like you ever jump on a plane. God, I hope there's turbulence. It just something that happens. But I enjoy them, and it's sometimes you can have the best script and all the money in the world, and it doesn't work out. Sometimes it does. I really like the last one we did on Netflix with Adam Sandler. It's Ridiculous 6.
You told us last. By the way, I don't know if we're allowed to mention that. Are we allowed to mention Sandler's coming up here soon or no?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
well,
I don't know.
I don't actually. No, we're not allowed to mention that. I don't know. Last time he was here, I think I told you he mentioned that my dog had a nice vagina, so I was very excited about that.
He did.
It's a good compliment when you get.
Well, that's widely known in the celebrity community.
We are playing San Francisco.
Yeah, I don't know if it's been announced yet, though.
Yeah, we haven't been announced yet. Yeah.
Do you want to announce it?
Yeah, we're coming up there.
Okay. I don't know what the rules are about it.
There it is.
They asked us if we wanted to give away tickets to it, and I heard the lineup. I was like, yeah, of course we want to give away tickets. Sounds amazing.
It's a good show.
But I don't know if we're allowed to say it. You're a part of that, too?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, jeez. Might as well just stay here. Stop doing that drive by all the cow crap.
I know. He's got his own plane, so that's nice, too.
I feel
different level.
I don't want to bring down this chat, but
here we go.
Well, Gary Shandling, obviously. I mean, comedians
Gary changed my
specifically.
career. I mean, one thing that was a constant yesterday is everybody going like, we're still stealing from Gary Shandling. I mean, literally, that Larry Sanders show, that was the beginning of this new wave of ideas for comedy, and that little show he did on Showtime ended up being a masterfully done show with incredible writers on there. My buddy Drake Sathers passed away. Him and I were buddies and comedians here back in the early mid-'80s. And, Judd Apatow was one of the writers on that show.
How do you find out Shandling dies?
I got a call from, I got a text from Norm Macdonald. Shandling's dead. And I was like, what? And it's like literally like his agent, and I called, and he said his agent was talking to him 40 minutes before that happened. And then I guess he called he called 911, and they got over there, and then they got him to the hospital, and then it was gone.
But,
So,
when a celebrity like that dies, also though, like it's on Twitter and on social media so
just
quickly,
so
and a lot of
fast,
time,
yeah.
do you hear about those things first on social media? I mean, I feel like you were lucky to get a text from a friend, somebody that you actually, instead of reading about it online.
Yeah, because we were texting about because I'm going to produce a TV show for Norm, hopefully, and because Norm's a genius, and the one thing is, the guy who. You really, he was a legendary guy. I mean, he affected all of us. I mean, he's really good friends with Adam Sandler. I mean, he really was, when they say groundbreaking, sometimes they use it too generously, but he really was. But also, I mean, like literally, I moved to L.A. from San Francisco. I moved to Hollywood, and I remember like I didn't have the right jeans or the right boots. I was literally like, it was too hot down in L.A. It was January, and I was dressed for San Francisco like I am now. It's cold. I got like a leather jacket. I got like a thick shirt. I got black jeans, and I swear to God, my feet were burning just because of the sun coming down. Like it was like superheating my boots. I go into this audition, which is why I moved to L.A., and I just totally flubbed it. And I noticed that the casting agent. Didn't have the same smile she had in the beginning. And I went like,
You're so sad.
She looked at me, she said, "Have you ever acted before?" And I went like, "Yeah." I guess not very good today, though. Anyway, so I called up my the guy who's at the Bernie Brillstein Company, and then they said, "Well, Gary Shandling is here," and then he was nice enough to suggest. This acting, I said, you gotta go over here. They're great. And Roy London, and I got into that class, and that class had Brad Pitt in it, David Spade, Elizabeth Shue, Sharon Stone, Jeff Goldblum, and that was a big difference between me learning how to act.
So Shandling's advice to you was go get professional help.
Yes, exactly, and I did.
Professional
Go get acting help immediately.
And there was also pretty girls in the class.
Man, but was there anyone in the class that's a lot of stars in one class. Is there like one guy who
we were all broke except for Jeff Goldblum, and then Sharon Stone got a movie right after that.
But there's got to be one person who was like in a Domino's commercial, and that's it. And then
there were some people who didn't make it.
Yeah,
there were some people.
Most
people in there didn't make it. I'm just telling you the guys. You don't want to hear about Ed Schlubbo.
I would love to hear about.
I want to hear about it.
Forget Norm. Produce a show with that guy. I want to see that thing happen.
Yeah, and there was
all he had was the Domino's commercial.
David Spade, Elizabeth Shue, and Sharon Stone, and Ed Schlubbo.
Schlubbo, you're saying that's the documentary that I'm fascinated with. The rest of you are all billionaires. I want to hear about that.
I know.
But then. Have you done the same thing now? Because that's a guy, where everyone, the masses like Gary Shandling, but comedians speak as highly of him as they could about any other performer. Have you been that to someone?
He's like a Louis C.K. type of guy. I mean, definitely, he was Louis C.K. of the '90s. However you want to call it. But he was way cooler than Cosby had that before Cosby became a serial. Before Cosby got caught as a serial rapist.
Yeah, he's been one for many years.
Yeah.
I was talking to my friend about Dave Chappelle about it. And I was like, trying to come up with something because we looked up this guy for so long, trying to something positive we could say about him. The only thing we can come up with, well, he's not OJ. That's all we got.
That's the best you came up with.
But Gary Shandling's show was cool. I mean, it was like it seemed like it was on Showtime, so also that they can have better language or a more common colloquial language. But anyway, so you're saying
well, do you think people do you go, all right, it's my job. Shandling was a guy that kind of gave me some guidance when I was new. And then have you said to someone, a young kid,
I do it all the time.
Poorly dressed.
I do it all the time.
In same bad jeans.
Hosting a radio show in San Francisco, perhaps.
I was giving advice to the bellman this morning, going, dude, you got to carry that bag a little higher, otherwise you drag it.
It's going to get scoliosis if you do that.
Dude, no, you got to tie those shoes. No, I don't know. I mean, I do it. I try to help. And
do you ever tell anyone to quit? I feel like
no, you can't. I mean, the thing is, I was listening to the Beatles on the way up here from to keep me awake, and the thing, Paul McCartney. Because I'm actually doing an episode with Paul McCartney's, hopefully, with Paul McCartney's guitarist.
Season 2 of the Netflix show?
Of Real Rob.
Yeah.
Streaming now, season 1. The thing of it, he said, the thing we're most proud about the show is, it wasn't about, telling your parents to F off. It's mostly all the songs are about love And I think at the end of the day, you know, you want your comedy to not be you want it to be really funny, but not like totally mean-spirited. You know, I mean, my characters are, you know, goof and mean, but there's not like, hopefully it's not ugly, you know. I think it should be just dumb and he gets his comeuppance.
But don't you think, like, all right, you're hanging out with guys you're actually friends with, like Sandler and Spade and stuff. You guys can be brutal to each other because because there's a friendship there.
Yeah.
Like that's how we are with each other here.
It's much more loving now than it was. I mean, we're much more. It is. I mean, like we would like watch each other perform because we're doing little tours and. Now, I think we're doing a big tour and then another tour.
If only that would come to San Francisco, we could talk about it.
I know.
Yeah, well, I think we are.
Okay, good. That's good.
Sandler and et al. And, yeah, we just support each other, and honestly, because, like, if you haven't made it at 50, on some level, what's there to be competitive about? I mean, like, if you haven't proved your point at 50, you're, as Gary Shandling would say, you know, you never know when it's over. And, you know, it's just, You try to, like, enjoy yourself as much as you can. That's the thing you can control. Like, you can't control how many people watch or listen to your show. You know, I mean, I can't control who's going to stream my show on Netflix. You just do the best job you can, try to have fun with it.
We just have faith in the CBS radio marketing department that they'll get the word out there. With all
but if you spend all your time worrying about those things, then you're not enjoying, and you less time enjoying what you're actually doing.
This is what I remember.
It's a fear-based culture. We have a lot of fear.
And Rob, you talked about this last time we chatted. Very eloquently.
Am I boring you?
No.
I'm sorry.
No. What you said last time was very different.
Am I boring you? I'm sorry.
You did this whole.
You talk about this every time you hear you talk about the same thing.
You did this whole Gary Shandling thing last time you were here, which is weird. It was 6 months ago.
I know. I feel bad.
You said the thing that you wish you had done more, especially at the SNL stuff, was you had more fun.
Yeah.
Because do you remember saying that?
I remember not having as much fun as I should have.
Yeah.
Well, because you're worried about having that sketch or having that next week where you're going to be.
Well, it's even more than that. It's like you're worried about maybe they're not going to let me in show business after this because you're not really 100% sure you're in yet.
Right.
Just because you get on Saturday Night doesn't mean you're a hit. And then you get on there doesn't mean you're going to make movies. And then you get off of there. And then you gotta keep going.
How is it that
it's been 30 years, and I still think, am I still in yet? Am I in?
How is it that every show, no one has ever come back? Imagine the press that show would get if they decided they're bringing back as a full-time cast member some of the like every other show they do these big reunion shows. This person comes back. Is it this? Obviously, people come back for the reunion of SNL. But has it ever happened before? You go away, you make movies, this and that, and then you would come back, or you just wouldn't do it because of the work schedule.
Sometimes you'd come back and just host it. You know? I mean that seems to be the plan. But it's a youth-oriented society. It wasn't invented there, but I mean, I think, you know, the main chieftains over there seem to be youth-oriented. And I remember recommending some actress, and I won't say who's one of the guys over there saying, you know, said that she was too old. And I said, too old? She's 28. What are you talking about?
Too old.
And I said,
was it Lansbury? Who was it?
It was, yeah, I know.
It was Lansbury.
I said, you know, this, but it's just whatever. You know. Cloris Leachman, but still.
Okay. Well, it's a little outside the demo, I think. We were talking earlier today. I got a text the other night. There's none of I've never met before. Never met this person who said, "Are you feeling naughty tonight?" And my wife found it, and she's like, "What the hell is this?" And then as a result,
she found it on what? What was it on?
On my phone. I said, "Hand me my phone," and because it texted beep beep. I go, "Hand my phone," and it said, "Hey, follow me on this new number." And are you feeling naughty tonight? And it's a spam, obviously. It's a bot. You know, it's a bot trying to give him a credit card so we can have fake phone sex, but. Do you get the do you get the text ever?
Do you get those feelings that those are guys? Or that's where you were going. Do you get the feeling that those are guys?
Well, I think we know it's a guy.
I'm pretty sure it's a guy. I mean, look, if he's blonde, I'm not saying I'm opposed to it, but do you ever get the text that comes to you? You don't think they're for you, and then you respond? Do you ever like some guys like, hey, you help me move on Saturday? You're like, what the hell is this? I don't know.
No,
what this
I
is.
don't get those.
Well, we're doing that today, where people have been texting in just random sentences for us to send to random people in our contacts. So,
show me. What do you got? Any good ones?
Well, here we go. If you would like to, we've all done this already. We've reached out to people we haven't talked to in years, sent them a text message. Here's the option you can have. Anyone in your phone at random. Want to buy some crack? That's a big one that's been coming through as a suggestion. I had a dream about you last night. Emoji droplets.
So Vegas was crazy, right? Can you get any more party favors?
Wow.
Things like that.
So, like,
people are still doing that stuff?
Yeah, the party favors are all the rage. What's your vice now? You got a guy with a kid. Nothing?
Sometimes when she's eating food and she doesn't finish it, I'll eat it. And then
That's crazy.
And then I'll wear sweatpants for the rest of my life.
If you don't go see Rob at the San Jose Improv, you must hate yourself or hate comedy. So go. 2 shows tonight, 2 on Saturday. Tickets at improv.com. Local guy, all right? He wants to make it in showbiz, so support the cause.
I got my fingers crossed, baby.
Good seeing you again, Rob. Be good.
Thank you.
You can do it!
Oh, thank you, Rob. Appreciate it.
He said that as he was leaving.
A lot of people texting in saying, can Rob just say, you can do it? And he's having a whole conversation about this iconic comedian who...
There was like, making copies. You can do it.
Who died yesterday, and which I found to be much more interesting. Do the thing from the water, boy. Do the thing,
Because I've
man.
never heard him do it before.
Let's see.
No, but 4 and 5 said this Rob guy seems like a really nice person. I hope he makes it in show business.
I think we all do. I think that we're all hoping that. I wish I had more information now. I do not, but he is returning to the Bay with Sandler, and he said it, that whole gang.
He said it.
They're doing a whole bunch
CBS,
of stuff,
okay?
and we're very excited, and the whole crew will be coming by here to hang with us. We'll do a big show that day and bring in some listeners as well. Shannon in Pacifica, hi.
Yeah.
Hi, what's up?
Hi. I was calling in to say that I see Rob's mom at the coffee shop sometimes in Pacifica.
Oh, in Pacifica? Yeah, she's still... don't tell me. Tell Rob. Go ahead.
Oh, is he still there?
You can do it!
Thanks.
All right. Very inspirational. I feel bad. I didn't realize all these people were on the phone to talk to Rob. I apologize. I was trying to make eye contact with the guest. I don't do a lot of eye contact anymore. But
I know. It's lingering.
Guy was getting emotional, and I was trying to keep him locked in. Zach in San Jose, what's up?
Hey, I was just calling to say, hopefully tell Rob. He's already gone.
No, go ahead. He's right here. Tell him whatever you want.
Well, my grandfather is the biggest liar on this planet.
You can do it!
Oh, thank you. As a kid, he used to tell me, he lives in Pacifica, he used to tell me he knows Rob Schneider's dad.
Oh, man, I wish...
Wow, a lot of people know Rob's parents.
All right, listen, we'll get it. He'll be back. He told us off the record he's going to be back here sometime pretty soon.
Yeah.
And we won't do such a heavy chat. We'll get into more of the fun stuff. I was really hoping that we were going to send text messages from his phone, but you know what? We got something better. We got Useless Weirdo's phone.
Oh,
so the next text message that has been... Well, there's been a lot of suggestions.
Okay, yeah. So do you want to go through some of these? There's sorry to hear about your vagina, which I like a lot.
Oh, good, because, I think the person I landed on, believe it or not, in Useless Weirdo's phone, I believe is a lady.
Really?
Yeah, Taylor Ann Dickinson.
Who's that?
Patrick, who's Taylor Ann Dickinson?
I think that may have been somebody I worked in the cafeteria with in college.
Oh, perfect.
A cafeteria worker?
Well, then she's definitely has a vagina problem.
I'm sure.
Let's send this
She's
text.
like, I know.
Let's send this.
I'm sorry about it, too.
Here are the options. Here are the 3 options, and then we will pick the person at random from your phone book
Okay,
to send the text
408 submitted, I'm ready to take it to another level, emoji hand pointing right, donut poop.
to. Ooh, I like that.
And 831 submitted, hey, is my gun at your house?
They're all strong.
Do I get to pick this, or?
No, you don't get to pick it.
Oh.
We'll be picking it.
Dang it.
And we'll be sending it to... Oh, man, there's so many great people in here I could send this to. I didn't realize, Patrick, you've got more than 30 contacts in your phone.
I know. Shocking. I'm like
see.
Allie. I don't delete contacts.
Maybe we send the vagina one to Carrie Plagman.
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 Who's Carrie Plagman?
Longtime family friend.
Oh, perfect.
Great.
All right. So here we go. The text.
So we're going to do the gun one or the vagina one?
You tell me, and I'm sending it right now.
Let's do vagina.
Vagina. All right. How does it say? How do I write it?
Sorry to hear about your vagina.
Sorry to hear about... How old is she, do you think? About your... Sorry to hear about your...
I think she's 29.
Oh, good. Make sure she's not like a child. She's a 7-year-old family friend.
I was hoping if she was a longtime family friend, she'd be real old.
Yeah, I know.
No.
I was hoping that as well. All right. I can send this now? The rules of the game are... We'll wait for the first response. Did you get a response yet, Allie?
No,
from sending
I
yours
haven't
out?
gotten a response yet, and I don't know if I will.
You know what's amazing is they may never respond, but they'll probably show this text to every single person they're with tonight.
Yeah, or,
Like,
or he'll message my mother because they know each other.
Yeah, you won't believe what this person sent me, and then it'll be like, why did they send you that? Like, I don't know. And then to describe her, well, this girl used to have a big, thick neck.
Kind of frumpy with a forehead
big
thing.
forehead, like a 5-head or 6-head.
She wanted to be in show business.
All right, can I send this?
Let's just get it over with.
Carrie Plagman. All right.
There you go, Carrie.
Is she in the Bay Area or no?
No, she's in New Orleans.
Oh, wonderful.
You know, I think it's worse with Patrick because he doesn't make jokes often, and he doesn't play pranks on people often, and I don't think he contacts any of the people on his contact list often. So I don't think that this Carrie Plagman will think this is a joke of any kind.
Also, the best part about this is even if you say, I'm sorry to hear about your vagina, was not meant to be sent to you, it implies, like, even your one excuse.
Yeah, like my sexting one could have easily been sent to somebody else. Could be a mistake text.
Wrong text.
Yeah,
like, I'm
sorry
sure,
to hear about your vagina.
Right. When the text came to me and said, "Are you feeling naughty?" I know that that's someone who just wants some credit card information and they want to charge me to do great, probably amazing things with me on my phone. But unfortunately, I will never find out about that.
You won't.
Told my wife I will delete that number from my phone forever. March Madness, the finals are here. The worst of the worst person of all of 2016. You guys have helped us for the last 2 weeks whittle it down. We've been through the worst Instagrammers, Uber passengers, cell phone users, wedding guests, bartenders, sports fans, parents, and bosses. Even we threw in a round of worst of the worst bathrooms. Congratulations once again to Beach Bathroom for beating out Airport Bathroom and Library Bathroom as the worst of the worst. But we are now down to this, the round of 8, the finals. And already we have a lot of listeners, by the way, that are getting hooked up with prizes because their teams have made it into the Elite 8 victories last night in college basketball. So congratulations. Some people already locked in on prizes from us here at Live 105.
There you go.
In the worst of the worst bracket, here we go. In your first Northeast region, it is the documentarian Instagrammer, the person that takes a picture of every moment of their entire day because they think the world needs to see every time they pass a tree, every time a waiter drops off some food, every time they change their shoes, their outfit of the day. They post it all. Their entire life is there for you, minute by minute on Instagram, and they are battling the worst of the worst from the Uber passenger category. The leave you in traffic guy.
As soon as you hit that bumper to bumper, hear about an accident, you say, "Thank you very much, sir. You can turn the meter off. I'm going to leave you in this driving."
As soon as you find out the Uber driver's not listening to Live 105, you take your BFD tickets and you get out immediately.
And leave them real mad.
They spent 45 minutes trying to find you, and then you get in, and then the second there's a little bit of red tail light in front of you, right out.
Yep.
Those two are battling each other. This is will determine who the worst person is on the planet currently. Moving on. In the Southeast region, the guy who is on his cell phone but only in speakerphone mode all of the time, who took down the worst of the worst cell phone user bracket, shockingly. A real upset right there. That was a 4 seed, I believe, to begin with.
Yeah, but I think speakerphone guy can easily win this entire thing.
Every call, no matter how intimate the details, but usually always incredibly boring, are on speakerphone at all times because they're far too important and delicate to go ahead and hold that phone up to their ear.
Don't want to hear your conversation.
So they're yelling at their lap. Cell phone user is battling the worst of the worst wedding guest, the long speech giver. No concern for anyone else's time. They don't care when the cake gets served. They don't care when the bar gets open again. They want to talk. And they've come up with a funny acronym using all of the letters of your name.
And this actual battle, I can imagine, are just the speakerphone guy and the long speech giver just talking at each other, talking over each other ad nauseum.
Well, those two are battling it out in the East region. I don't know who... I'll go ahead and give you my thoughts. The person I think is going to win this whole thing is actually from the West region, and we'll break that down right now. In the Northwest regional, from the worst of the worst parents bracket, the overly sexual parents. They like
and
to
that was
kiss.
the one that didn't even have a spot initially.
They had to play, and they were a play-in team. Overly sexual parents are battling the 100% a-hole, 100% of the time boss who won the boss bracket yesterday.
Overwhelmingly.
So the boss who's an a-hole, just because they're the boss and they can be an a-hole, doesn't matter what the topic is. Just when you think you're getting into a friendly conversation, they quickly go a-hole on you like that because they have that ability. Usually they ruin your entire workday and your weekend as well. So the a-hole boss against the parents that love each other's a-holes. The overly sexual parents versus the a-hole boss. And then in the final region, the Southwestern, the sports fan winner of the sports fan bracket, the person that thinks they're the coach of the team. They're always yelling out things that the coach should be doing. They have no experience. Maybe they played a little JV ball in high school. But other than that, they think that they're qualified to coach the Warriors. Even though the Warriors have won quite a bit of games this season, they're always giving advice on lineup changes. And, come on, you should be resting Steph now. Why are you not resting Steph now? They're the coach fan, and they are battling the ghost tender from the bartender bracket.
The bartender that's never there. You think that they're working there. You really want a drink or a refill, but they're never going to be around.
Those brackets will be up for you to start your voting right now on Twitter. You can text them in 36105. You can accidentally text them to a stranger right now. Patrick, congratulations. You got a response to that text.
Nuh-uh.
Oh, no. What's it say?
Man, I'm sorry, too. For anyone to have to hear about that first thing in the morning is a poor soul.
What the hell?
What the heck is going on?
I get the family friend thing now.
Also, I thought I told you to never text me again.
That makes sense.
Deleting contact now.
All right, I guess I'll be up on the random text after this on Love on a Phone. It's interesting. The second I hand you my phone, my heart just starts pounding because you got this really, even in your wonky eyes, you have this very evil look right now.
Oh yes, and I think you have some celebrities in here.
No, but you can't. No, I went random. I did not search for. That's not fair.
You are horrible at maintaining a contacts list, by the way, because there's 7 Bens in here.
That's right.
And then you ran out of Ben, so you added a Z onto some of the Bens.
Oh, benzene. I haven't talked to that guy since college. That's benzene.
How do you even make sense of any of this?
I don't know.
And you have like 4 Azuros.
Yeah, I think.
How do you know 4 Azuros?
Listen, you ever do anything to the rims of your car? You got to know an Azuro, all right?
Why are there 5 blimps?
I don't know. I think what happened is I may have merged my phone book a few different times into the same phone. It's horribly organized. It's very it's a reflection of my life.
Awful.
But I just went random. By the way, I didn't know who I was picking in your phone or Patrick's phone. I slid up and down and I landed on someone. But before you tell me who I have to text, Before you tell me who I have to text, what is it? What is who I have to text them?
Okay. From 831, they submitted, hey, thanks again for letting us do the home birth at your place.
Okay, fine. That's fine.
Let's turn those beef curtains into ground beef.
No. Oh, God, no. No, please. I don't want to send it to anyone.
Or did you give me the herp?
Did you give me the herp?
Yeah.
All right.
Did you give me the herp, beef curtains?
Deadass, do you want to do this round, or am I doing this round?
Oh, no, it's all you.
Okay. Hey, by the way, the Nerd Off is starting in just a few moments with Brian Posehn. He should be here soon, and the nerds will be, a lot of people asking us, by the way, about Rob. Rob Schneider will be at San Jose Improv this weekend. That's where he's going to be, and then Posehn's going to be at Cobb's, but we'll remind you about that, and we'll tweet out all the information. And the March Madness voting is going on. All right, did we stall?
Who is Seatown?
Seatown? I don't know who that is.
Okay, honestly, right below that was the one I picked, and it says Whit Cummings. But
I'm not texting
we're
her.
not going to do that.
I'm not texting her. She's in town doing comedy this weekend too.
All right,
though.
I'm pausing. Jake F.
If you want me to text Whitney the beef curtain one, I will. But she'll just think I'm being unfunny.
No, she'll just think you're making a joke.
Yeah, she'll
I think that any guy that you're going to text is going to think it's a joke. Also, honestly, anyone in this context.
I have not talked to. There's like most people's phones. Jake F. I mean, I must know him if I have his name in my phone, but I...
Well, do you know his brother Jake F. or the other Jake F.? Because there's 3 of them here.
Well,
and there's also 3 Zen Fs.
I don't know anyone in there, to be honest.
What about Duffeld?
Oh, I know Duffeld.
You do?
It's Duffeld.
Duffeld.
Yes, I know that guy.
Okay.
But I could text it. I think he's got a family now.
Is he a friend of yours?
Old college friend. I don't think he would be... I mean, that's fun. Listen,
What about Felicity Cohn?
Girl I had a crush on in high school, I haven't talked to since. I don't even know how I have her number, to be completely honest. But
you don't. You just have her Gmail.
Okay. Yeah. I wish I had her number. Girl was really cute.
It seems like you were trying to track her down.
Hey, I know I haven't talked to you in 20 years, but how about them beef curtains?
Okay. What about Jaron Ferguson?
That's my black friend.
Oh.
I keep him in there to let people know I have a black friend.
Do you know Marta Fernandez?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I do not. But whoever you pick, just pick one at random. Slide up and down. You pick it, and I will send the text.
All right.
Is it the herp one I'm sending?
Do you want herp?
There's a lot of more.
Oh my God! You're getting a phone call. Damn it!
Is it really?
From Millbrae.
I don't know what it is.
Should I answer it?
No. Don't take it. Okay. Please, God, no.
All right.
I've got, let me just say this. 1, 2, 3.
All right, I've got one.
All right, send it out now.
I think you're going to send the beef curtain one to Dr. Ingber.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was my dentist. He was. Yeah, I know. He was a great guy, actually. He's the guy when my teeth got knocked out. When I got in the baseball, knocked my teeth out. He's the guy that put my teeth back in, and he was a great.
Right.
And I was actually
That's
supposed
sad. Let me scroll again.
Yeah, you brought up a dead guy.
God. What are the chances of that?
Well, I don't understand that.
How many people are dead in this phone?
80%, I would imagine.
Okay, Ronan Landa.
I don't know who that is at all. All right, fine. I guess I'll send them that text. That's going to be interesting.
right.
That's going to build our relationship. Send it out, so we will have that out officially. And then Deadeyes, you're on deck, buddy. Aren't you glad you came back after getting married?
Turn those
get
beef
back
curtains
no.
into ground beef.
Who's that going to? Ronan Landa?
Ronan Landa.
All right. Look forward to finding out that response. Random texting continuing. Come back and give you some tickets after this. I'm really upset right now, and I feel like this is irony hitting me right in the ass, but I just got a text, and I have a feeling it's a number I don't have on my phone. It said, do you want to go to the Warriors game on Sunday? And the answer is yes, I would love to go, but I have a feeling this was not intended for me, and this is the irony of what we're doing right now.
Send that person the beef curtains text.
No.
Come on.
I'm going to send yes, absolutely. I'd like to go to the Warriors game on Sunday. Are you kidding me? It's going to be amazing.
No,
I'm in.
there's so many more suggestions of what you can say.
I've gone, and by the way, there's been no response yet already on mine. Have you got a response on yours?
No, I haven't yet.
What did you send? Is it too soon to start sexting?
No, is it okay if we start sexting each other?
And that was to your mom's friend?
My mom's high school friend, yeah, and a well-known screenwriter.
All right, beautiful. And Patrick is
one that I was hoping would be a good kind of networking connection, but I guess that's out the window now.
There's no better way to network than through sexting. Patrick, you're the one who's had the most success so far, back and forth with the woman you asked about her vagina.
Yeah, surprisingly. It's
a Good Friday.
It's going to be really awkward when we meet again at her wedding.
Is that weird that, like this text, it's amazing too because, she could, her fiance could find it. This could lead to a huge fight. They could be the next subjects of he cray, she cray on the show. But
a lot of people's relationships have been ruined by Patrick.
Yeah,
this is just another one.
I would imagine. Big heartthrob like yourself. Hunk-throb, excuse me.
I just know it's going to be awkward at this wedding come October.
Did you tell her that you did this as part of the show yet, or are you still going with the it was an accident?
Was I supposed to do either or?
No, I'm just wondering where's that
where's the conversation going?
Read us from the beginning.
Okay. So I say, sorry to hear about your vagina.
Go ahead.
And she says...
Pull that clip.
Yeah, write that down. 8:30, Friday?
All right. And then so she responds with, man, I'm sorry too. For anyone to hear about that first thing in the morning is a poor soul. Wait, ... Mom, question mark?
Oh, so she's in on the joke. All right,
so she's trying to be funny. What did you say back?
I said, sorry, dumb radio bit. Ha 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 ha.
Dumb radio? Why would you talk bad about this show like that?
Sorry.
Dumb radio bit? Wow, I didn't realize you didn't like this.
Throw us under the bus.
Sorry.
This is one of the things I'm most proud of since we started doing the show. Dumb radio bit, you say?
I'm trying to savor this. I'm trying to save this relationship.
You're trying to savor
and
it.
not ours.
Well, I figure I'm always going to be
what a
hated
sellout.
I'm pretty sure that when this show is over, he goes and tells his friends how stupid it is.
No.
Well, we'll figure that out next week.
We do this stupid thing where I go out in the street and get taste test and get poked.
All right, Deadeyes, you're up.
Yeah.
There's no more stalling here. Let's go ahead and let's find out. These are some great...
831, hey, big favor, I know, but we're trying to have a baby and I'm infertile. Do you want to help out with this?
Oh, that's good. Right after the wedding to send that to someone?
I think that's a great one.
Pretty sure that people that know us know we're not going to do that anytime soon.
But ideally this goes to someone that you only kind of... I think most people, like I've said, most people you have in your contacts, you keep up with maybe 20 of them. Maybe 30.
If that.
And you got probably 500 in there. So that means everyone else you had some sort of encounter with years ago.
What about, are you still buying crack? Or...
Oh, no, are they... Was that the... Oh, no, the better crack one was, would you like to buy some crack?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
Deadeyes
good, too.
is now selling crack through text message.
And 408 submitted, I can't let you play with my dog anymore. It's getting weird.
These are all strong. All right, I'm going random now. Completely random. What letter will we end up on? Is there a text you'd rather send there?
Maybe the dog?
Landed on Broke-Ass Stewart. No, we're not sending it to Broke-Ass Stewart. That guy's a mayoral candidate. We will not do that. All right.
Don't land on any dead dentists either.
Hey, how dare you? That guy will live forever in my memories. Oh, wow. The next one up, Brad Williams. God.
Oh, my God.
You have a really well-organized phone booking here. You only have, like, less than... This is unbelievable.
Sorry I don't put a bunch of people with the same name and then Z's by them.
All right. Well, tell that to Rom Z or whoever I texted. You'll be texting JoJo Rossholm.
She works at the White House.
No way!
Really?
Whoa!
Oh, it's amazing.
Okay,
All right,
so crack one?
Yeah, crack, definitely
Okay.
crack. All right. What does she do? What does she do at the White House? That's amazing.
Your dead eyes lit up for a minute.
What are the odds? What are the odds of all these names? We got JoJo Rawlston.
Cool.
Oh, JoJo Rawlston will be in the market for some crack.
She works with Michelle Obama.
Oh,
No
man.
way.
Yeah.
That's all part of getting healthy, isn't it, right? I know she's all about people losing weight. How do you lose more weight than on crack?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, send the text. The text
So
will
we're doing,
be...
are you still buying crack, or is it going to be, are you selling crack?
Would you like to buy
Would you
some
like to
crack?
buy some
I
crack?
don't know
Or-
if she still has this number.
Well, listen, that's the gamble we play. You could get lucky.
I'm praying that this guy does not know my number.
This is great. All right, well, we will keep you up to date on what's happening with the random text game. It's been a lot of fun so far. And we return in a moment with the Nerd Off. Brian Posehn will be here. People that claim they are the biggest nerds. I was reading over some of these people that claim they're the biggest nerds in the Bay Area. I don't even understand, like, nerding, because nerd has gone mainstream now, and just the regular run-of-the-mill person, it's like cool to be a nerd. The people that now are the modern-day nerds, current nerds, have created things that are so out there I haven't even heard of them yet.
Right, because they're just trying to create something that no one's heard of. Because everyone's into Star Wars and Star Trek now.
Right, that's totally cool.
All
They
that
make $1 billion. I think there's a cosplay. Is the cosplay couple already here?
Yes.
They're already here. Great.
Cool.
And then there's a guy that collects action figures from something that I don't even think is in America yet. Like, he had to find nerdy things in other countries just to remain nerdy.
Yay.
So they'll be battling it out. We'll come back and figure. If you think you're a nerd, well, then you want to listen, and we'll give you the updates. Announce who's going to the Final Four of the Worst Person on the Planet 2016. I don't want you to feel guilty about drinking that soda, but that is hot. That is a stolen beverage that was not paid for.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Where do we steal it from?
We steal it from the company kitchen.
They have the system in here, like all the. By the way, Brian Posehn's here. He's going to be at the Cobb's Comedy Club 2 tonight, 2 tomorrow, and of course you know him from a million shows on TV. I'm not going to go into all that right now. People know you and they like you a lot. Very recognizable voice, face. Not body anymore, though, because you've lost a ton of weight.
Yeah.
So he's like a skinnier version of the former Brian Posehn.
Everyone around here is losing weight, Kevin.
Not me. Not me, pal. I'm keeping it going. No, it's interesting because you were saying how you would hide under these huge XXL T-shirts. And you don't realize how big you got because you go, that's a big shirt, and I got room in it. And
Right.
then they start fitting a lot
when
better.
they're snug, yeah, that's when you're like, oh, man, now I got to go up to 4X.
When you start looking like you're wearing a dog sweater.
Yeah.
Is 4X the number where you're like, there's a lot of X's here now?
That's really what got me. Yeah,
Right.
I was like, I got to turn this around.
When they actually put extra fabric on the tag just to fit in
Right.
how many X's there are, you're like, yeah, I gotta change
It has to be an extra wide tag.
But you've got such great shirts. Look, I know you're a proud nerd. I called you in many ways like the George Washington of the nerd movement. You were there early. You were a nerd when it was not cool to be a nerd. And now everyone has embraced it. Later on, you're going to meet some nerds that think they're the biggest nerds in the Bay Area. You'll help us decide once and for all. But you had some shirts. I'm sure you had some great nerdy T-shirts that were huge.
They make nerdy things in big boy sizes because a lot of nerds like a lot of things that make them fat.
Right.
Like at Comic-Con and stuff,
Yeah.
a lot of the stuff you
They
buy
like
is
comfort food.
bigger sizes.
yeah, pretty much.
When we talked to Kevin Smith, and he was telling us, because I know you don't smoke weed anymore. You stopped smoking like probably 5 years ago at this point, right? Are you back?
Yeah, but
you're back?
But I'm not a
welcome
wake
back.
and bake every day guy. I'm more of a casual smoker.
He was saying when he lost a ton of weight or when he worked out, because he was so fat for so long and he had so much weed in his fat cells because it just lives there, he would get on the treadmill or whatever, and all of a sudden he would feel really high because all of the THC that was stored in his fat
would express out in his glands.
Yeah, would just start, I don't know if it was expressing in his glands. He doesn't like a dog.
No, his sweat glands.
Oh, yeah,
He would
yeah.
sweat them out.
Yeah, he would go right into his bloodstream, and all of a sudden he realized he would get like he's like, man, I'm high. Has that happened?
Hilarious.
Has that happened
No,
to
I
you?
haven't noticed that.
No, be on the right. If you want to jog in place right now, maybe you'll feel
But
it.
sometimes I will smoke before I get on the treadmill. So
you can't tell anyone.
Really? I'm always so paranoid about doing that. Like, I've always thought of smoking before I do a workout, and I'm like, I'm just afraid that I'm going to get in there and just, like, sit on the exercise ball and, like, want to eat a sandwich.
That'd be amazing. You should do that. The reason I said that's a stolen beverage is because they have this setup down the hall. And like a lot of the tech companies, and I don't know, have you been on tour? Have you gone to like visit Google and Twitter and all that stuff?
No. My wife came up to Google and told me it's insane.
They have these rooms everywhere you go, and they're just full of free food, unlimited food. Sometimes you need new chargers. There's just a vending machine. You just go ahead and put your thumbprint on there. It's all free. And here we have something that looks similar from the outside. It's a room that's got a bunch of food in it, but you're supposed to pay for everything you take.
But it's an honor bar.
It's an honor bar, and we've decided that we don't have a lot of honor. So when a guest wants something and you ask for a Diet Coke, we just go and take it. And it's stolen, but if we get yelled at, and I think we've been approached a few times about items that were not paid for, we blame it on the celebrity that took it.
Well, admitting it on the air probably doesn't help your case.
No, it didn't.
We're convinced no one's
none of
listening
those
anyway.
people listen to this show anyway.
Yeah, we're not worried about that. Brian, of course, in town to do jokes at Cobb's, but the last time you were here, I think that we chatted with you, is when you gave us some fascinating information about the shower turd. That you wouldn't say the name of who did it, but you said it rhymed with Meech, and he was on Saved by the Bell. So we assumed that's who it was. Since you told us that story, he's gone to jail. Did he go to jail since we heard about that?
Yes.
So there's a lot of shower. Are you concerned at all? Have you had any sort of communication back and forth with the Dustin Diamond about this?
I've never met Meech.
Oh, you never did?
No,
I've never met Meech.
I just I played a club right after him, and that's me and the club owner. That was all we could figure out. He didn't even know the turd was there. I pointed it out to the club guy. I was like, "Hey, that shower that's in the middle of the green room, it's pretty nasty. You should take a look at it." And he went, "Oh my God, is that what I think it is?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
At what point don't you feel like you're a big enough success, like you've been in enough shows, you've been in enough TV shows, that you shouldn't have to be the guy pointing out the poop that was left in your green room shower? Like, don't you get to a level where you're like,
somebody else should be pointing this out?
I'm definitely at that level. I wasn't happy about it.
Okay. I was going to say, like, I can understand at the very beginning, you're just trying to get a couple of minutes on stage. All right, I got to point out some. But, like, you've been on so many shows, you've done a lot, and you would think... You go, there's got to be someone else to be doing this.
Yeah, but you'd also think that people like Meech should learn basic manners, especially being like a well-known actor and slash comedian. You don't poop in showers and then leave.
I like that we're all still calling him Meech as if everyone has not figured. Like there's some dummy who's like, I wish they would just say the name.
Who is it?
Who is it? Is it at least a turtle? It must be. Someone's got to know. All right. Well, we're going to bring in. Are you excited to help us judge this nerd off?
Sure.
You use the term, and we mean it obviously with the utmost respect. You know, I mean, you know all there is to know about. In fact, just in fields I would say you're an expert at that would fit under nerd culture. You do a podcast, Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, you're well versed at. You're wearing a shirt right now, Batman on the shirt. So I guess you've already picked your side in the movie opening today.
No, I like both guys, but I hadn't even thought of it. It's just a shirt. But.
it's a shirt that fits still. But on top of everything else, you also have written. A lot of people don't know this about you. You've written a lot of the Deadpool stuff.
Yeah, I wrote it for 3 years. Yep.
What percentage?
A killer movie.
What percentage of the credit do you take for the movie?
Yeah.
None, but I like the movie because I feel like they got our tone right. Mm-hmm. In my head, Wade Wilson never shuts up. He doesn't have a filter, and I thought they nailed that.
That came across for sure.
A guy that just says everything he thinks of. It just comes into his brain and it comes out his mouth, and I feel like they totally nailed that. And the violence, the ultra violence, they nailed that. I mean, our book was like when I see a 10-year-old kid holding my book, I'm like, oh.
Well, people were bringing their kids to the movie and they didn't realize. And they were, I mean, in the first scene, it's like being smashed and decapitated.
You get no sweet love from the back end of that. I mean, this is a movie that was number one, followed by number one, followed by number one, followed by number one.
No, you would have had to actually work on the feature. It doesn't work like that.
You don't think they took anything that you had done for the comic books and been like, oh, we can go ahead and fix this
I was looking for it, but no, they
that's
didn't.
A lawsuit. All right, it's good to know.
They didn't. I mean, the fact that they went with the old girlfriend and they didn't. You know, we had them get married in our book, and they didn't go that route.
Huh.
Are there any types of nerds? We're going to meet a few different types of nerds because everyone fits into different categories. Comic nerds, sci-fi nerds, cosplay nerds, there's a collector nerds.
There's a lot of furries coming in here.
We have some furry listeners.
Yeah, we do have furries that reached out to us this week that want to come in. But
gross.
No, you judge the furry.
They're gross.
Which is interesting. It's interesting because you're covered. I mean, you've got a very furry face anyway.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you're almost. You could pass.
I don't put on a raccoon tail to get romantic with my wife.
Time for your weather report.
Hold on, we're going to break. Hold on, I thought we had a song queued up. What's going on? Whoa, I don't want to go to break. I don't want to go to break. Dead eyes. Thought we had a song. We can't meet the nerds?
Look at the time.
Oh.
We have to, I guess.
All right, Brian, don't go. You're staying, though, right?
Sure.
Okay, we're going to bring in the nerds. We'll hit our early break now. We've been getting yelled at a lot lately because we're not good at our time.
I felt like that break came right on my punchline.
It did.
I know. I was waiting for the punch. It hit. It was beautiful. But I didn't want to end. We're still talking here in the middle of something. We're getting somewhere with Brian Posehn.